automated. I've been getting, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. When you broke in the check and put 100 out of savings. I can tell now that she ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months saying I ain't down once. Trying to tell me you don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seed. I'm just hoping she don't fail. Cause when she do, I don't know what I'ma do. All that I heard that y'all was talking, it was comical. Pull up in your city for the evening, what you trying to.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover.
The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up
with the Baltimore Ravens. Fall is in the air and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Play action. Now Wentz. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
I'm the best in the game. I'm the best in the game.
Picked off at the 25. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. So, CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football. Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. But there he goes left side.
They should have put a stamp on me.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that
Get on
pick
two.
six, and now the kick is away.
Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now.
Don't do that.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case,
don't put your mouth on things. It's gross.
Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Chase Young. And there to drop him for a loss on the play.
Look out, quarterbacks. Anytime a defensive end comes into the league from Ohio State, be prepared to hit the deck. And Chase Young just put another guy down. And how about what they do at Ohio State? The Bosa brothers, Joey and Nick, Cam Hayward. These guys are so well trained by their defensive line coach, probably the best in the country. They still call.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory.
He was tackled.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he will have a Ravens 1st down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Jackson to Boykin, 1st down, Baltimore.
Baltimore.
From the gun, it's Jackson. This one complete into the hands of Darius Fountain. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. That catch good for only a couple.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. To throw again is Jackson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed, his elusiveness, and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Brought down back at the 20.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be down. So this will go only as incomplete. Strong coverage by Washington. And now 4th down.
A 38-yard attempt.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will make it 10-0 here in the first. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That's about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
5-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, Gibson. And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington has made this a one-score game. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They did nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
Taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Jackson. Man open left side is Brown. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 25-yard line.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. It was Jonathan Bostic there on the stop.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
He'll run it. And I think the ball's out, and that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. They'll run with Dobbins. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to second.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Buying time to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
About a half-yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Tucker's kick is good.
Makes the score.
And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. A touchdown would tie it. They trail 13-6 as they come up with a 1st and 10. That is incomplete.
Your phone's dying.
Speed is the name of the game.
Here, give me the phone.
It's
It's gonna die. Give me it. Hurry. Hurry before it hangs up on Mama. Hurry.
Incomplete.
Hurry.
On the coverage.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, careful. Come on, you're going to spill stuff. Stop, you're going to spill your drinks.
Job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Isaac Yedem picks it, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
At the 26-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
New chips?
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and still play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first.
First down, Ravens.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Ball carried by the
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Blair on the tackle.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Doris Felton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Ravens push further out in front.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean
You
by
gotta go,
that
Pete?
is
Come on, let's go.
They had a plan.
Hurry.
Let's find a way to score
Come
right
on.
here before the half. And
Come
now
on.
give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished. Scoring
Come on.
right before the half ended.
Tucker
Hurry.
now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Go P. Go. Come on.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenge.
Come on, get back up there.
Right here. You know, hey guys, you help.
I don't know
take
what you
this
have
on.
that for.
See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Yannick Ngakoue. Just as hard to say his name as he is to block. He's there in on the stop that time. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And oh, look at that. A diving catch. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he takes it beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap to give to Dobbins. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
forced out to his left. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we see both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
Get up there and talk to Mama. Come here.
Stepping up, Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out.
Come here. Stop. What are you doing?
Sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Yes.
Working from the gun. Wentz. And that'll be
Give it to you. Can you say please?
Shot as he tried to pull that one in.
Say please.
Hang on, 3rd down.
You get
Say
the
please.
sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable
Say please.
of. We're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as
Ice
they come
cream.
up on 3rd down. Wentz. Goodwin able to haul it in. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That was in a meeting.
One of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And Washington able to make this a close game again. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good.
Makes the score Ravens 20.
No.
Washington.
This game
Vinny was being too awful today. I didn't feel like taking him out like that.
Taking about 7 yards.
His mom
deep.
called early this morning, so after that, I don't know if that's why he was acting up all day or what. But.
As he's taken down right at the 20.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Yeah, the way she's going about it. Oh, I think that's what his deal was. He's mad because she asked to talk to him, which I was glad for. You know, I'm not gonna stop him from talking to her.
The Raven offense set
But then you only give him a couple minutes. Like, come on, man.
Time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no.
Exactly.
Here this go around.
So now he's been just
capital letters, turning it over.
extremely naughty today. So.
Later for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Operating from the 27 now.
No
Here's
kidding.
2nd and 3. They'll run here with Dobbins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down
Right.
at the 39. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Yeah, it's too
Sometimes
bad.
hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he's strong.
I don't think he can breathe that way.
I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 38-yard line.
Yeah, I know. They're giving us a bunch of presents tomorrow at the shelter. They're giving us presents tomorrow at the shelter. Here.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson, looking for Andrews downfield, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but
Yeah, I
it'll
know.
be 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. They're going deep downfield for Boykin. And that's
I don't know, but they had over 900. They had over 900 packages donated for gifts.
Defensively, they went into this possession knowing
Yeah.
that they needed to get
So
a
we
stop.
should. He should.
They're in a tight ball game,
He'll be
got
getting
it
plenty.
done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
Papa's in a meeting. Where's
The
Papa?
Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Who that? I don't know what that is. I don't know.
On 1st down, it's Gibson. And the result
Let me
here,
see.
pickup of 8.
That's a
Leaves him with 2
grandpa.
to go on 2nd down.
It's a grandpa.
He's brought
It's a
down
grandpa.
at the 39-yard line.
It's a
It's a gain
grandpa.
of 8. Brings up 2nd
It's a
and
baby.
2.
It's a mommy. It's a daddy.
On play action, it's Wentz. Being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Where are you going? Bring it here. Come eat your pie. Yeah. I love these little,
The drive
these.
continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Heck yeah, they are.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
Wide receiver.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Vincent, no! No, come on! I'm turning the phone off.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. Dancing to his left. Toward the end zone, but
He ran out.
Wind up incomplete. But the passing game right now for them not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way that's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Hopkins' kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about field position.
It's dumb.
Get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Fielded in the end zone. And only able to get this to the
If you want to be on the phone, you better stop being naughty. Come on, don't pull it like that.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun. Jackson, that's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
First down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Jackson throwing on target to Brown. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Marquise Brown coming off of a solid rookie season, 46 catches, 584 yards, but he was never 100% in his rookie year. As head coach John Harbaugh talked about the foot injury that he played with throughout the season. Now they expect him to be 100% healthy, and when so, they'll see more of those plays that had everyone calling him Hollywood in college.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Jackson will throw again. He'll rifle this one deep right. And this is taken in at the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Doris Felton, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more.
Makes the score Ravens 27, Washington 16.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. On 1st down, Wentz. And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. And And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Decent start to the drive there. Of course, they need the touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal.
Yeah, those guys are into it. How about the guys on the sideline? You see the coaches signaling, all the personnel groups up on the sideline ready to go in and out of the game. They've got to condense their time now in order to try and get back into it.
Escaping the pressure right. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
It's a first down Washington on a pickup of 18.
9-yard line.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Flush to his right. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
Patrick Queen
in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. From the gun, it's Wentz. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 38-yard line. 13 yards there and a Washington first. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. 20, 10, 5, and he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
A running play there, going to get 11 as they get a quick first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And that one drops to the ground, incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds, 19 left. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And He's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
But go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Defensively, there's still 3 timeouts. Do you even need to use them at this point?
I think a lot of coaches do it anyway, and it seems like cosmetics to us.
Does it just send a message you're not quitting?
Send a message that you're not quitting. Let your team know you're going to battle all the way. And you're always hoping for that ultimate miracle that something will happen. You'll pick up the ball and score, and you'll have a chance one more time and maybe on an onside kick, but not likely.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Baltimore, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first win of the season here in Week 4. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me, down with me. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me? Hold on. I got a crowd wrapping around the whole town for me. Name on my crowd, got a balcony. Nah, I don't hear no clown talking foul on me. Won't shoot me down, send the cavalry. It been a while since I had time for me. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Hello. Max my job with the polo. Like my style, don't ya? Nights like this, I wish I was with ya. On my turf, roll out the Henry rocks. She like when I hit the receiver. Friend hop in, this is a four-seater. Maniac straight out the wood, I'm Derek Jeter. Major leaguer, no fatigue. We don't get no handout, we don't get no Macarinas. Never gon' throw your back out, tryna work, you need a breather. I need a break. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me, down with me? Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me? Hold on. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down. Tell me who you talking to. Roll up that Sinatra, fly la mama to the moon.